Hey, what's going on, beautiful? It is Tiara. I create safe spaces for women to grow in. A little bit about me: as a wife, a mother of four, and an Army combat veteran. I know what it's like to lose myself in service to others, but I also know the freedom of finding my voice and walking confidently into my purpose. So I just had completed my workout, and I just wanted to come on here live really quickly because I have a little bit of time as I'm winding down before I prepare for the day. And I just wanted to come on here and talk about the aligned vision mapping guide that I was sharing yesterday. So yesterday I talked about why I don't create New Year's resolutions and why I really don't recommend it, especially for the people that know they're not going to stick with it. So for example, you signed up to start going to the gym. Whew, this water is hot. You signed up to go to the gym last year, and then before February, of course, life happens and you weren't able to finish that. And you might still be paying for that membership, talking about you was going to go back. But we know how things get in the way and life happens. And so yesterday I was sharing that instead of doing or coming up with New Year's resolutions, why my aligned vision mapping guide can help you get where you want to be. It will help you stay on track, and it will probably help you get where you would like to be even faster. So if you want a copy of that, send me a message or drop a line below, and I will make sure to get that to you in Messenger. So one of the things from a lot of the women that I work with is that they have these dreams, they have these desires, they have these ideas that have been in their hearts, been in their minds, been in their spirits for so long. But oftentimes I also hear, I feel like it's too late. I am too old. All the people my age, they're already doing X, Y, and Z, and I just feel like my time has passed. Oftentimes I also hear, for some of the women that I work with, is that I have to wait until the kids get older, till the kids graduate, till the kids leave the house, or for the ones that are getting ready to head over into a period of transition. So let's say they're changing jobs or they're retiring. They want to wait until the time is right or the conditions are perfect. And we already know that that does not exist. And so when we're looking at one of the first steps, it is to think about those dormant dreams, the desires, the aspirations, and the things that, what I like to say is that you have put on the shelf and they're sitting on the shelf collecting dust. And so instead of, feeling disappointment, having that regret, and just feeling like, well, my time has passed, I can't do this, what I recommend in the first part of the guide is to sit with that. Take a little bit of time and think about those dreams and those desires, but don't look at it from a space of, well, it's never going to happen, I can't do it. Just look at it. Take all of the restrictions off. Take all of the, it's too late, all of the excuses or anything that you could come up with that would tell you that you can't do this or that you can't work on this dream anymore. So we're looking at taking aligned steps and actions towards the things that you want. So the first thing that you want to do is dream again. Think about that thing or those things that you want to do, the people that you want to reach, the woman that you truly desire to be, whatever that thing is. Don't look at it from limitations. Look at it from, this can actually happen. This is a possibility. And so, yeah, you look at it from that standpoint, because it takes that stress and that anxiety off of it. And then, so that's one of the first things that when you're looking at the guide of the vision mapping instead of New Year's resolutions, you want to look at your dreams, your desires, and your aspirations as like, no limits on me, no restrictions. This is possible, because that helps you feel more positively about the possibilities of what can be. And also it opens you up to prepare for the next section. And this is where we dig a little bit deeper into who you had to be in some of the seasons of your life that actually maybe talked you out of the dreams and the desires that you have, or didn't talk you out of it, but just put you in a space where you felt like, well, I have to do this later. And if I can be, honest, there were a lot of times especially in my military career, where there was already so much going on. And, I have my husband, I have my 4 kids, and, they're older now, but when we're talking about four kids under the age of 12, all at the same time, and you have work and your responsibilities and all of those different things, it is kind of hard to see, like, what is it that I truly want? What do I want in the next season of my life, and how can I work on that now? Because one of the biggest truths is that dream, or those dreams and those desires, they're going to continue to be there. Earlier I talked about they're dormant, so they're still there. And the longer we look at it from a space of, well, I don't have time right now, or, I have all of these different things going on, it takes you further and further away from that. Now, that's not saying that it's not possible and that it won't happen in the future, but the longer we continue to say, well, it's too late, or I can't do it right now, all of these different things, it pushes it further away, and it allows more distractions, more, hurdles, speed bumps, all of those different things to come in that prevent you from getting where you want to be. So some of the things that I had to look at was, okay, what is a future outside of the military? Because one thing is for sure, I'm going to go in the military, and one day I'm going to leave the military. And yes, in between that, there's duty, there's service, there's work, being a supervisor, being a leader, traveling, and also growing our family. And so it's like, okay, well, who is the woman that I am now? Who am I desiring to become? And what does it look like to get there? Because there are things that you want, there are things that you desire, but one of the stumbling blocks is the woman that you are now, or the woman that you have had to be in your life. Maybe she can't see the possibilities. Maybe she can't see that dream coming to fruition. And so, of course, it's hard to take a step towards that dream and even believe it's possible if you can't see beyond the woman that you are today. So that's why we look at, who have you been? What are the desires? What are the dreams? And who does it take to reach that? Who is she once she reaches that point? Because instead of just looking at it like, well, this is life, this is what it's always going to be, continuing to use the word, life is always like this always happens to me, the always, we look at it from a different lens. Okay, this is what I want, and the woman that I am right now, the things that she's doing, the thoughts that she has, the patterns that she continues to have over and over again, year in and year out, she's not the one that's going to get me there. So what does it take to get me there? So it's important to look at this. And I really do pray that you take this serious. I know that this video, well, it's live, so it's probably going to get a little bit long. But anyway, as I'm, I got a lot of things going on right now. Got my tea, but I'm gonna move on into the third thing, which is taking an aligned step towards the thing that you want. So you've already sat down and you said, okay, this is my dream, and I believe that it's possible. This is who I am in this season of my life. But this person that I am right now, she has done what she needed to do in those many different seasons of life, but there's some changes, there's some upgrades, there's some different things that I have to do in order to bring this dream to life, in order to start working on it. So going to the last thing in the guide is that we are looking at one step, and I like to say an aligned and safe step. Because oftentimes another thing that I find in the work that I do is that making a change, even if it's for the better, it doesn't feel safe. And when your mind and your body, your nervous system doesn't feel safe, it's going to take you back to the things that you normally do. So pull away or decide that, oh, my dream, it's not even worth it, and I'm not going to work on it. So then guess what? You continue to be in that same cycle, the same pattern, and then you have the same life that you have been living with and dealing with for many years, where you do feel regret, you do feel frustrated, and you feel disappointed. But because it feels like safety, instead of working on something new, instead of working on the person that, or the woman that you desire to become, safety seems like the best bet. And so women shrink and they just decide, boom, okay, it's too late. Or they say, well, that's not even what I want, but deep down inside that you do want it. So that's why I say, when we're looking at the third step and you're taking one aligned step towards your dream, it doesn't have to be something huge, just one step, something that feels safe, but not safety to the point of where you stay stuck or you retreat back to the old ways, but one step that it's like, okay, this is actually possible. And you will notice that you take one step, even if it's something very small, just like the mustard seed and faith. It only takes a drop. It only takes one grain. It only takes one small step to realize that, okay, I actually can do this. And I talk about confidence often and fear, because a lot of times people are trying to build their confidence and they are afraid to go after the things that they want because they don't feel confident. But when we look at that one aligned step, even if you're afraid, even if you're not exactly sure, what all the steps are, you take one step towards the things, or towards the thing that you want to do or you want to accomplish, and that builds your confidence. And so just like how negative actions and negative thoughts can snowball into this major disaster, one positive step towards the things that you want for your life can have a snowball effect in a positive way on your confidence. So I enjoyed this. I know I don't get to go live often, but of course right now we're on an alternate schedule, and so if you've stuck with me this long, you know that I'm about to conclude this video and sign off so that I can finish my cool down from my workout and get ready to prep for the day. Believe it or not, it's 7:56 a.m. where I'm at, and so usually by this time I'm already driving my kids to school. But since we're on break, thank the Lord, I could take it a little bit slower, but I do have some errands to run later. But anyway, if you've made it this far in the live, or if you catch the replay and you are picking up what I've been putting down and you want your own copy of the vision mapping vision mapping guide. I'm probably mixing up my words, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. Then drop me a line below or send me a message. But like I said before, this guide will help you a lot better than creating a New Year's resolution that is going to be out the door in a couple of weeks. But that's all I have for now. I may post a little bit later, I may not, but either way, if you want the guide, reach out. Of course, it's free. You don't have to pay for this, but you do have to reach out, because how do I know that you need it unless you say something? Or how do I know you would like it unless you say something? So I pray that this was helpful, and that in this new season I'm able to go live more and maybe break down some more of the frameworks and the things that I do within my program, which is called the Prosperity Life. And it's for women that have been living in a space of disappointment, lack, and are just feeling like, I want more, I want different. I'm not exactly sure of the path. I know there's some things that I need to work on. And in this season of my life, I've already tried different things. I've gotten some great results, but in this new season, I'm looking for a guide. I'm looking for support. I'm looking for a safe space that I can grow in. Then that's what the Prosperity Life program offers. It's an 8-week coaching program. Of course, you're working with myself. And if you want more details about that, you can ask about that as well. So send me a message or drop me a line below, and then I will send you a message. But it's for the women that have already decided, I want different. And in this season of life, I'm ready to invest in myself. It's not a free program. I'll just put that out there so you are aware. It's not a free program, but the investment is truly worth it for the women that are ready to, put in the work, because it's not going to be like light and easy work. But going back to my break, rebuild, and rise, that's the framework that I use within the program. And then the other information that I share in my content is all work that we do inside of Prosperity Life. So if what I provide helps you get where you want to be without the Prosperity Life, that's perfect. But if not, then the Prosperity Life, it could possibly be for you. So in this season, it's time to, make a decision. It's time to get in alignment with the things that you want for your life. And this is not something that I created out of the clear blue sky. It came from years of feeling stuck in my own life after, being in the military for several years, and, me and my husband raising our children, and just me deciding, like, yes, I have a life that I'm truly grateful for, but there's also more that I want. So what does it take to get there? And so the things that I put together in the Prosperity Life, or TPL for short, is lived experience. It's not anything that I read in a book. It's things that I had to go through. It's things that I had to work on personally. And that's why it's so near and dear to my heart. So it's not for everyone, but if you believe that this is the safe space that is meant for you, then you can drop me a line below or reach out, and we will have a grown woman to grown woman discussion about whether the Prosperity Life is for you. So with all of that said, I'm going to go, but be blessed, be well, and be empowered. And I'll talk to you soon.